So let's talk about paid marketing, paid Facebook marketing, because in the last chapter, we talked about organic marketing and we realized that there is a limitation to organic marketing because you can't reach beyond the point unless your content is really good, which I'll be very honest with you is not possible all the time because sometimes your content can go viral and can be liked by a lot of people, but saying that all of your content will go viral and will be liked is very tough. In fact, some of the biggest brands also fail in doing so. So then we are left with the option of paid marketing. As the name suggests, paid marketing is nothing but the marketing for which you pay. But unlike other marketing, the paid marketing on Meta is very properly designed. So, for instance, you see this option of targeted ads. So, targeted ads allow you to target ads on the basis of your audience. For instance, you can target them on the basis of demographics. What does it mean? Demographics means if you know your target audience has a certain age group. So, for instance, if you are selling shoes which appeal to say 18 to 20 age, 18 to 21 age group, so you can target them. So this way you won't be able to spend money to people who are not interested in your product. So targeting is a very powerful tool in Facebook Ad Manager. It allows you to spend your money very properly. So you can target them on the basis of demographics. Demographics is nothing but age group. It depends from brand to brand and product to product. There are product where people would want to target, say, older audience. So if they want to target 50 to 65, they can do that. If you want to target Gen Z, that also you can do. So demographic is one way of targeting. Similarly, there are various ways of targeting. So for instance, if you see this, another one is interest-based targeting. And as you all know, people spend time on Facebook liking what they like. So they like pages, they like groups. So and Meta has all this data. On the basis of they can easily tell who likes what. Say for instance, just to give you an example of interest-based targeting, say if you want to target somebody who's interested in gardening. So you can do that. All you have to do is go to the ad manager and target people who like gardening related pages. Similarly, there can be various kinds of interest. And I've seen this in case of some brands, this interest based targeting works really well. For instance, you want to target somebody who's interested in, say, food and beverages, so you can target them. So you want to target somebody who's interested in cooking food, so you can do that. So there are all kinds of interest, and you can target users on the basis of their interest level, something which is not possible in other platforms. So for instance, on Google, you cannot target on the basis of interest and behavior. So behavior is also a part of interest. Now, why it's important for targeted ads? Why targeting is so important? First reason is because it allows you to spend money properly. It's not as if you are simply throwing your money and hoping that somebody will end up buying your product. You actually know who your target audience is, and you are only showing ad to that audience. So the one thing is spend money. Second is it gives you better conversion. So for instance, you see increases conversion rate. Now, some of you might be wondering what is conversion rate. So we'll have so that's a large subject. So we'll have a separate episode altogether on that. But for the sake of this video, all I can tell you is that say if 100 people saw your ad and 10 people ended up buying your product after seeing that ad, right? So, for instance, 100 people saw the ad and 10 people ended up buying your product. So what will be conversion rate? It will be 10 by 100, which is 10%. So conversion rate is 10%, but now you want to increase it. So if somebody who's having a 20% conversion rate is obviously doing better than you, which means you're showing they are also showing out to 100 people, but out of those 120 people are ending up buying your product. So conversion rate is high. So if your targeting is proper, then your conversion rate is very high. And if your targeting is lower, then your conversion rate is very low. So these are some of the metrics like conversion rate, cost per click, click-through rate, and we'll talk about it in a separate uh, episode altogether. And I don't worry, I will teach you everything. And by the end of this uh, series of chapters, you would have become a pro at running Facebook marketing. So don't worry. For now, I've just briefly told you what conversion rate is. So now we are clear that paid Facebook marketing allows you to run targeted ads. And this is also the reason, this is also one of the key benefit of Facebook marketing. Then the second benefit is the scalability. Now this is also very unique. So if you, for instance, if you have only say $10 and you want to run a campaign, you can do that. Facebook allows you to do that. You have $1 million, even then you can run the campaign. Facebook allows you. So it does not discriminate on the basis. It does not discriminate whether you are spending small money or large money, which is also a key benefit of this platform. So what you can do, you can start with small money and look at the performance. And if you realize that you can get good sales through the Facebook ads, then you can easily scale up and you can keep spending money and get more sales. So that's what scalability means here, which means you can scale up. You can increase your spend, or you can decrease it considerably. You can go both ways. And that's a key benefit because if you go to buy media on some other platforms which are offline, you have to pay them a certain money. They won't run campaign for, say, $10. They would want you to spend a certain amount of minimum money, which is not the case in Meta or Facebook, as we call it. So, second reason is scalability. So far we've talked about the benefits of paid marketing. One is targeted ads, and the second one is scalability. And third one is cost control. Now, what does it mean? It means that you can, while creating the campaign, and we will see it in real time when we'll create a real campaign, that you can define clear budgets and figure out how much money you want to spend, what kind of ROI do you want, and you can, whenever you want to stop the campaign, you can do that. For instance, if you are starting a new campaign, you can set up a budget. Say you can set up a daily budget of say $10. Now, what that will Meta will do, it will only spend your $10. It won't spend $100 for that. No, it won't do that. So you can set up a daily budget, or say if you want to run a campaign for a month and you don't want to look at the campaign on daily basis, so you can have a lifetime budget. So lifetime means you set up starting date and end date of 1 month, and then you set up a budget for that 1 month. You can say $100. So your campaign will run for 1 month and it will only spend $100. So that kind of flexibility Meta provides you, which is not provided by a lot of platforms. Some of them do, but some of them don't do. So, we saw this in this slide that paid Facebook marketing has a lot of benefits. First benefit is that it allows you to reach more people, which you could not get in organic. You will make some post in organic, it will reach 10 people, but what do you do after that? So at some point in time, if you want to go big, you will have to come to paid Facebook marketing. And what are the benefits? We talked about targeted ads. It allows you to target on the basis of demographics, interest, behavior, and because of that, you get good conversion rate. It allows you to scale up, so you can, on the on the basis of your budget, you can spend money. You can spend less money, or if you feel like if you've got some confidence in the meta ads, then you can increase the budget. So it's completely up to you how much money you want to spend. So and scale, see, sky is the limit. So, for instance, it's not as if there's an upper limit. You want to spend 100 million, you can do that on Meta. And a lot of banks do actually. So, sky is the limit there. And then you have the cost control. You can decide how much budget you want to spend and how much money you want to not spend on that. Now, let's talk about briefly about business managers. And what is, let's talk about business manager, and in the next slide we'll talk about ad manager. A lot of people ask me what's the difference between these two, and they sometimes get confused. So I'll tell you, see, in business manager is the superset. So let's call it super. This is business manager, right? And within business manager you have a subset called ad manager. So ad manager is part of business manager, right? But ad manager can exist in isolation as well. So you don't want to create business manager. That's all right. You can only create ad manager and then run the campaign. It's extremely possible. But what business manager does, it allows you to do a lot of things which ad manager cannot do. For instance, if you are say an agency or somebody who runs campaign for a lot of clients, then it allows you to do the account management. What does it mean? That you can manage multiple pages. So a business manager will have a lot of things. It will have ad manager, it will have Facebook pages, it will have profile and a lot of things. So it allows you to manage the account. So business manager is basically, as the name suggests, business. It allows you to manage the business, and then it allows you to collaborate. So, for instance, if you want somebody to say only run Facebook pages, so you can give them access for pages, so they will run it. Data access. So when I show you in detail about business manager, I show you a proper business manager, then you will get to see what business manager it is. It basically have a lot of things. It has, as I mentioned, ad manager, it has pages, it has profile, profiles, it has data access, and it has access. So you can decide who gets access to which page. So a lot of these things are part of business manager. Whereas if you come to ad manager, so ad manager is only responsible. Ad manager allows you to create ad. Now this can be part of business. This can be a part of business manager, or it can be completely. It can be done in complete isolation. It Ad manager is all the targeting tools. So if you want to create a campaign, you will create it within the ad manager. So campaign cannot be created from business manager. It will be created from the ad manager. So in ad manager, you will include the creatives, you will target, and ad manager will also have the performance tracking of your ads, wherein you can see how much money have you spent, what's the ROI, how many conversions you have got. So all these tracking will happen in ad manager, tracking, targeting. So who do you target? So all the ad creation activity will take place in the ad manager. So I believe now you must have understood the difference between business manager and ad manager. And when we will, in the next chapter, when we will go through the business manager and ad manager in real time, then we will actually get to know what exactly is the difference. But for now, you can realize that this is the difference.